What is going on, everyone? It's Tyler Shelton. This is Coffee with a Beta Reviewer. I'm your friendly neighborhood coffee snob. Today, folks, is my review for the much amazing TV show of the MCU, which is Moon Knight. So, with that out of the way, let's get started with today's video. So Moon Knight stars Oscar Isaac as the titular character of Mark Spector, Stephen Grant, and another character, but more on that later. But best known as the superhero Moon Knight. And Moon Knight is just considered to be like the Batman of the Marvel Universe. And without a doubt, this is, in my opinion, the best Disney Plus Marvel show up to this day. Because without a doubt, this is definitely like the most fluent show on Disney Plus, because in the past shows, such as like WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Loki, like those shows, like there were some kind of like filler episodes that it just felt a little bit disjointed, especially kind of like with the flow of the whole show. So like I just really liked it that they just kind of kept it going within each episode. Every episode felt like it was just this fluent story that was all about Mark Spector, Stephen Grant, but the most notable character within this show was Stephen Grant, which is more kind of like this mild kind of guy of Moon Knight, but then you got Mark Spector, who is a lot more brutal. But one thing that I have to say is that this show as a whole is truly fantastic. It's got intrigue, it's got mythology, it's just got a lot of things going for it, and that's one of the main reasons why I really enjoyed this one. But without a doubt, I think that some of the most strongest episodes were actually the pilot and the ending episode. But I do have to tell you is that I do feel like that the finale, it really felt like it was kind of rushed. I feel like that there were way too many subplots within the last episode, because they had to finish up the story about like Mark Spector coming back from the dead, where he had to get himself reunited with Stephen Grant. So you got that story, and then you got his wife, who is on this journey to release Khonshu to come back into the living, and then you got like the main villain played by Ethan Hawke, where he's trying to bring back Emmett. So there's all these different stories that is just kind of like intertwining all together into this really cool climax. But I really feel like that they should have at least made this one to be maybe like 7 episodes instead of 6, because I feel like that, I'm pretty sure a lot of people think this way, because I really feel like that like the first half of the finale could have been just an episode by itself, but just kind of like extended footage to kind of like showcase the rise, the return of Moon Knight. I felt like that would have been like a really cool episode, and then you would just see like Emmett sucking the souls of all the people that died, and that would be just like a nice cliffhanger for episode 6. And then episode 7 would be like the full battle between Moon Knight and Ethan Hawke and Emmett. Khonshu versus Emmett. I mean, without a doubt, Emmett and Khonshu, incredible fighting. And more importantly is that I really feel like that there were several moments with the entire show where the CGI was a little bit wonky, but I feel like that what they did is that they were okay with having the CGI be a little bit wonky in the earlier episodes, but then they dived more money into the CGI within the final fight, where it was like this full-on kaiju battle between Khonshu and Emmett, which is pretty much just a half human, half crocodile god. But it was still a real sight to see. The CGI on those two characters was truly phenomenal. But I really do think that all of the actors involved in this show, they brought their A game. Oscar Isaac did a real award-winning performance, especially when he had to play 3 different personalities. So like, I just really loved the whole concept that you really don't know what is considered real, what is considered maybe an illusion, or maybe something that is in his mind. Because this is a character that suffers from personality disorder, so you just don't know when Mark is gonna take over or Stephen Grant will come. So like, you got these 2 characters, they're always colliding with each other with their own ideals, but I just really loved the whole concept that the reason why that they're like this is all because of his abusive mother. I really loved the story that they did with this, is that he felt like that he felt responsible for the death of his brother, and because of the death of his brother he felt so responsible for, and his mother was all like, "This is all your fault, Mark. You are the reason why that I lost my son." And then she started abusing him, beating him up, and that's how his other personality came into play, Stephen Grant. Because Stephen Grant was kind of like this mild character who actually thought that his mother actually loved him. So I just really loved all these mysteries and all these twists and turns within the story, just within the character development of Moon Knight. And without a doubt is that, like, definitely within the writing, the script, flawless. Oscar Isaac's performance, incredible. Without a doubt, this is a real solid show. I feel like that this is the best show within the Disney Plus Marvel shows. Very fluent from beginning to end, but I do feel like that the ending could have been a little bit better, like I said before. But aside from having some pacing issues here and there, and I feel like that some of the CGI was a little bit wonky in the early episodes, but then it just came all to a head between Ethan Hawke and Oscar Isaac's Moon Knight. Their ideals were really clashing with each other within the final fight, and without a doubt, this was probably like the most exciting action I've seen in a while, probably ever since the fight between the Winter Soldier and Captain America. Like, that good hand-to-hand combat, and you get to see like this marriage between Mark and Steven, as they're all like, yes, we're now fully in sync of each other. We can actually now use the full power of Moon Knight. That was the cool thing about it. You get to like see like these cool maneuvers and like transitions as he is wearing the ceremonial Moon Knight outfit, which is Mark Spector, and then you got Stephen Grant as kind of like Mr. Moon Knight. But it just had this nice little transition that he would just go from Moon Knight, Mr. Moon Knight. So it was just really nice to see how they did the whole action sequence within that segment. But without a doubt, the finale did hold up, but I do feel like that they could have made it a good 7 episodes instead of 6, because I feel like that there were a little bit too many subplots that they needed to resolve in the 6th episode and then do the full-on finish within the 7th episode. But altogether, I absolutely enjoy this show for what it is. A real mystery of a film filled with mythological gods, really great acting, really great storytelling, and I just really love the whole concept of like the whole mirror idea. Like with the camera angles, you could just see like all these different mirror dimensions. You almost felt reflective of how he suffered from a personality disorder. So you're just kind of like seeing one side and another of different reflections. I just loved that symbolism in it. Altogether, this is a true 8.5 out of a 10 TV show, and I absolutely love it. They did a great job. And I just also have to say is that thank you so much for watching my video. If you have not yet done so, please subscribe to my channel as it helps me out. Also, press that like button, but don't press the dislike button. That's a bad one. But anyways, keep on drinking your coffee, and I will see you guys next time.